In each question, I want you to pause the video, answer the question on your own, and see the way I'm going to approach it. Some of them may be challenging, but you have the stamina to take care of it. In the given equation, 3x plus k, 5x squared minus 45, 2x squared minus 16x plus 6k. When you read it, your brain telling you, what am I reading? Is equal to 0. That's the key, where k is a positive constant. All the variable and instruction they give you in the question, take care of it. The sum of the solution is equal to what? 20 over 3. That is your key. What is the value of k? How will you approach this question? You see a complex equation long like that, they want to challenge you, want to think, find out if you can handle these values. You know how to do it. Just be careful, slowly but sure, you can deal with it. Since this is equal to 0, those are all they are solution of the equation. Don't open it anymore. I will take one of them. 3x plus k is equal to 0. That means x is equal to what? Minus k over 3. That's my first solution. I take my second solution. I have 5x squared minus 45. Okay, 5x squared minus 45. Same thing as 5x squared, what? Minus 9. In the process, you will turn into 5x minus 3, x plus 3. This is equal to what? 0. And your solution are x plus or minus 3 and 0. If you sum them, you're going to get what? 0. And then the last one, for this equation, it looks complex. But if you factor 2 out, you have what? X squared minus 8, x plus what? 3k. The sum of solution of this quadratic is what? Minus b over a. Our b is what? Minus 8. Therefore, this is 8. Our a here is 1. Boom, you have it over here. And therefore, this is 8. You need to sum all of them together because they told you the summation will be 20 over 3. Therefore, minus k over 3 plus 0 plus 8 should give me what? 20 over 3. If you solve it, your k is going to give you 4. This is the way you solve this kind of question. Does it look challenging? I know you got it. You'll be able to handle it without any problem. This is the way I want to approach. You should approach every question as much as possible. Think about it, what they want you to do, and then handle it. The given quadratic function has the factors in the form of what? As squared plus bx, cs squared plus d, where a, b, c, d, and k are all integers. What is the smallest possible value of a, b? When you see this question, you usually deal with what? S squared. Now they give you to the power 4. Just replace them so that you can handle them. S squared as what? Y. Therefore, I can rewrite this equation into what? 54 y squared plus 2y 16y plus what? 210. You simplify it, easy to manage. You can see that it's a factor of 6 that can go through this. Therefore, I'll factorize 6 out and I have what? 9y squared, right? 36y plus 35. Now, what do you think you should do? You can see that we can factorize. This is 36, this is 35, and this is 9. There's a factor of 3, 5, and 7 going here, right? I can factor the 3, 9 into 3, and I get a y. I put the bracket here. 35 and 36 and 9, what will come out with is 7. You have 7 here and 5 here. If you simplify it, you're going to get the same thing. And then you put your 6 here. Now, let's replace our y as s squared. So you have this 3s squared plus 5, 3s squared plus 7. This look as the same equation that we have in the form of this. So we've simplified this into this form. Now you can see that our K is 6. Our A is what? So let's write that. Our K is 6 here. Our A is what? 3. Our B, which is here, is 5. Our D is the 7. And our C is also 3. They're asking you A times B. What do you think? You get 15. So this times this will give you 15. So the smallest possible number is 15. It looks complicated, but you can handle it. Use what they've given you and then manipulate it to get your answer. How are you doing so far? 2 questions, challenging. It's designed to test you like that. The next one may be easy, but I'm going to take you up and down to make you feel comfortable when you're taking the SAT. You can handle this, right? This look also intimidating, but you've already been doing this. You know what to do. All you need to do is to open the bracket and match it the same way. In giving the expression, they said the expression above is equivalent to the standard quadratic equation, where A, B, C are all constant. What is the value of B? Pause and then answer the question you're on. The way you can find the value of B is to find the sum of the solution. They're usually part of the sum of the solution. And therefore, we got to multiply certain numbers. To find the middle number is always what? The first and the last. Because of the S square, you need to get rid of S square. So half times half, I'm going to get what? 1/4. Then the second one multiplied by this, because it does not have 2 x's. You only need 1 x. You're going to have plus 9/4. And this will give you what? 10/4. 10/4 is what? 2.5. Therefore, the value of B is that. Does it look complicated? But when you see that, when you start to solve it, you can see that, straightforward. This is the way I'm going to do all the questions. I'm going to be straightforward, give you the fact you need to know to answer the question. A function f is defined by that. What is the value of f of x when x is equal to -8? They use these things to test whether you have the concept associated with the linear function and equation. F of s is y. That's all. So if I know x is equal to -1, -8, I just plug in. That's all. So you have -3, -8, plus 60. What is it going to give you? This is 24 plus 60. It give you 8. That's all. 20. It give you 84. That's all. Word problem. Whenever you see word problem, always every word, every sentence need to be translated into mathematics. That is the easy way to answer questions with the word problem. Don't read the whole thing and come back. You're wasting time. So translate. A producer is creating a video of 70 minutes. I know I need 70. The video will consist of a segment that have 1 minute long and 3 minutes long. That means they have to be 1 minute here plus 3 minutes here. Which equation represents the situation where x represents what? Number of minutes in 1 minute, x. And the segment that represents 3 minutes, y. That's all. 70 minutes, 1x plus 3y. You see it there? Right there. This is wrong because you flip the numbers. This doesn't make sense. You add the 3 to 1. We are not going to do that. Therefore, this is our right answer. A bowl contains 20 ounces of water. Same thing. As you read, you write it down. But pause the video, attempt to answer the question, and then come back. So what do we have? We have 20 ounces of the bowl. When a bowl is uncovered, the amount of water that a bowl will decrease is what? 1 ounce every 4 days. So an ounce will be lost in 4 days. If 9 ounces of water remain, so whatever is left, now I have 9 ounces. How many days did you take? What is the difference? 11. 11 ounces of water is lost. If I'm losing 1 ounce every 4 days, 11 days, then I got to multiply by 4. I have 44. Don't make word problem difficult. Translate it into English and then put it together. In the expression given, you know it. I told you, it will look complex, but you can handle it. Where A and B are positive integers, like the same thing we saw. The product of the solution, that's the big word. It's not, the examiner did not put it there. They want you to use it to answer the question. The product of the solution is a big word. Is what? MAB, where M is a constant. What is the value of M? But you know what is the product of the solution. That's all. In a quadratic equation, you know what the product of solution you have to know. If I give you AS squared plus BX plus C, the product of the solution is C over A. The product of solution is what? C over A. That is the product of the solution. But they told you the product of the solution is what? MAB. Now, what is C? C here is AB. And what is A? 57. I cancel AB and AB. M is equal to what? 1 over 57. Your right answer is right there. It should not take you a long time to do it. You're just interpreting the question that is being given to you. Triangle MNO, the sum of the measures of angle M and N is 90. That should tell you these are complementary angles. The value of sine is what? 15 square root over 4. What is the value of N? Stop the video, answer this question. Let me know what you think is the answer. But use the concept you know. Whatever the triangle is, I know sine of a certain number plus cos of the other number, 90 minus that number is going to give me what? 1. Right? In the process, I know sine of the n, which is complementary to the cos of the m, is going to be 90, which is equivalent to the 1, right? That's the thing. And they're going to be the same. Sine of m and cos of n, or whatever they give you, is going to be the same value. Sine of m and cos of n should give you the same value so that it can simplify. And therefore, this is your right answer. Same thing, 15 over 4 square root. These are all wrong, wrong, wrong. You are using the trick information to answer the question. This is also a concept I want you to master, and I want you to write it down. If you don't know it, write it down. Okay, in the figure above, point ABC line on the circle. What is the measure in the degree of an arc, right? You're measuring the angle of the arc, the angle of the arc. What do you think you need to do to answer this question? Pause, answer the question on your own and try. But let me give you the concept. An arc angle for this is based on the central angle. And this central angle is also twice, is the central angle will get its value from the inscribed angle. If you multiply the inscribed angle, you're going to get a central angle. An inscribed angle will intersect the central angle at the same point. If this is 45, then the central angle has to be twice of that. And therefore, 2 times 45 is 90. So this answer choice is 90 degrees. That's all. That's the concept you should take when you answer a question regarding this. This is another monster, but you can handle it. Trust me, I believe in you. I'm telling you, you can handle it. When I solve it, you can see that, oh, I can do this. This is a rational equation. But all they're trying to tell you is you can turn into quadratic, simple one that you can measure and handle it without any difficulty. When they give you a rational equation, the best way to handle it is to clear the denominator, make them equal. So that's our mission right now. Your mission is to make the bottom numbers same as that. Therefore, I got to do something to this to make it that. I have 5 over x plus 3 plus 6x is equal to x minus 3. If I simplify, I have what? 5x minus 3 and then 6x, okay, x plus 3 all over the same numbers, x plus 3, x minus 3. You can open those brackets. If you open the bracket, you'll be left with 23x minus 15 plus 6x squared. This has to be multiplied by x plus 2 in order for the denominator to be cleared. So this is the equation now you have. You have to turn this into that. It's a long equation, but when you simplify, you got to multiply 23 times x, 23 times 2, 15 times what? X, 15 times 2. You will simplify it and it will turn into a different equation for you. In that process, you're going to get what? 6/3 cubed plus 35 s squared. If you do all of it, plus 31x minus 30. If you simplify all of them, and this is equivalent to what you have. You have A is equal to 6, B 35, C 31, and D minus D 30. And what is the question asks you? A plus B plus C. So you have 35 plus 31. You have 6 plus 6. This will give you what? 72. So the right answer is 72. But they look complex. You have to do the algebra quickly and you get the answer. But try it and you can see that you get 72. I just don't want to expand all of it. But this is the way you can figure out how to expand them. You just have to know what you need to do. But this is the breakdown. The key step is what I've given you.